Welcome to Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to change the VTC oil control valve on this 2013 Honda Accord. We're replacing it because it's leaking a little bit of oil. We're going to apply this from 2013 all the way to 2017. Let's get to it. Parts and tools needed are going to be the O-ring itself for the VTC oil control valve, a wrench, a flathead or a pick tool, and a 10mm socket. Alright, so the VTC oil control valve is going to be on the passenger side of the engine, basically the right side of the car. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for a connector here, and then there's a 10mm bolt kind of under in that general area. So it's right under here. We'll go ahead and zoom in. We just kind of wanted to show you where the area is, but it's right there. So we'll go ahead and take a 10mm wrench to that. But what we want to do is we're going to go ahead and remove this connector. I'm going to go ahead and clean it off with some brake cleaner since it's got oil on it. So let's go ahead and do that off camera. All right, so the connector that we're going to go ahead and loosen is right here. So I'm going to stick my hand to this and then just push on it with my fingernail. Then I'm going to try to use my other hand here to kind of wiggle out the connector. I'm going to try to push it down. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and tackle this 10mm bolt. All right, here we go. Broke it loose. I try to use my finger here to get it loose. I think I'll just use the socket on there. Okay, so this is what the screw is going to look like, or the bolt. So that now that's out of the way, we're going to go ahead and remove the control valve itself. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grip onto the sides of it. I'm just going to pinch it on the end and twist it and pull forward. So I'm going to try to rock it back and forth while I'm pulling. Okay, so you can see the valve is now out. So the seal that we're trying to work on here is this guy right here. So as you can see, it's kind of flattened, and this is what the new seal looks like. It's nice and round. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and either get like a pick or just a flathead screwdriver in there and pop that out. All right, so I can't find my pick, but we're going to use a really small flathead. But if you have a pick, it'll be better. So what we're going to do is just going to go ahead and stick it in one of the, like in the gaps here. Alright, I broke mine, but essentially what we're going to do is just going to want to get this off. This is pretty, it's pretty brittle. So it shouldn't be stiff. It's supposed to be nice and pliable. So now that we got that out of the way, now I'm just going to go ahead and give this a spray down with some brake cleaner. Let's get that little clean down. And then we'll go ahead and install the ring. All right, so as you can see, this is the new seal. It's nice and pliable. The other one was too stiff, very stiff. Feels like plastic almost. So essentially what we can do now is we're just gonna go ahead, and our objective is to get it all the way back to the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go through these grooves. And we'll get over this last hump over here, and then it's in place. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stick my finger in the hole over here and just get some of the oil that came out of here. Kind of just try to grease it up a little bit. Otherwise, just use whatever oil you may have laying around. So as you can see now, we got it nice and oiled up. Now we're going to go ahead and put it back the same way we took it out. So we'll just go ahead and match it up. I should not be using this hand to do it. There we go. It's just the proper orientation. Okay, once it's set partially in, just give it a little twist, and then you're going to push it. And you're going to keep turning it until it locks in place. You should feel it flatten out, which I believe it already is. So now what we're going to have to deal with is, because there is a little bit of movement, we have to get our 10mm bolt in there. What's going to happen is it's probably not going to line up right off the bat. There we go. So I think, okay, so here's the orientation I had it. So if I push down on it, I believe this locks it in place. And it looks like it matches up with the tab that's on there. Just gonna go ahead and try to get this inserted into the hole. All right, so to make it easier for me to actually not have to hold on to the bolt and the socket, just break off a piece of paper towel and just kind of stick there in there so that it holds the screw. So what I essentially did off camera is that hole that we're trying to get the screw in, earlier I said that if you twist it all the way up to that specific spot, you're good. Well, you're not. So basically what I did is I stuck the end of the thread and kind of pushed on it, and then I twisted the control valve until it pushed in. So now that I have it in place, I'm just going to go ahead and screw it in. All right, so the screw has to be completely straight. If there are things in the way and it goes in an angle, it will not go in place. So this screw bolt is held down with 9 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll go ahead and torque it down. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and torque it down to 9 foot-pounds. Okay, and we should just go ahead and pull this right out. That piece of paper towel that we had in there might be on the end of the nut. Let's go ahead and just pop it out with a screwdriver. Just let it fall to the ground. And then we'll go ahead and put the connector in. So let's get your connector. That's dangling right here. It's actually really easy to get into place. It's just that given the angles that we're at right now with the camera in the way, it doesn't make it easy. So usually it just goes on really easy. Okay, so it's gonna push it up until it clicks. Eventually. Just heard it click. It's a very faint click. Pushing down on it. That's it. We're done. Thank you for watching Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we just showed you how to replace the O-ring on this VTC control valve for the 2013 Honda Accord here. It's going to apply from 2013 all the way to 2017. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.